Hello, and welcome to The Picture, a Koch Industries Spotlight series offering a look at the transformational and inspirational stories happening right here in Wichita. I'm Melissa Scheffler. Koch has made news for its investments involving companies close to the electric vehicle industry and national energy grid. Aspen Aerogels has technology used to inhibit rapid heat increases in batteries. Freyr produces batteries, and Li-Cycle recycles them. But investing in new technologies doesn't mean Koch has suddenly changed its investment philosophy. Following customer demand has always been a constant. For more on that philosophy, here's the CEO of Koch Investments Group, Steve Fellmeyer. How would you define Koch's investment philosophy?
It has to create value, the investment that we're making, and it has to lead to productive outcomes for customers. And what's changed is the world around us is changing, and our customers' needs are changing constantly. And what's enabling all of this change is how fast technology is changing. When we look to invest in these new industries, the investment philosophy really is the same. Are we creating value for our customers? Do we know what we're doing? Can we manage the risk? And can we continue to innovate?
While many of Koch's tech investments have been on the national and international levels, there's a local startup right here in Wichita that caught the company's attention. For more about this startup and how it's working to transform the construction industry, we chatted with entrepreneur Chris Callan and learned how Koch is helping him advance his vision as an investment partner. Here's what Chris had to say.
Plot is a communications application for the construction industry. Primary differentiation between our tool and a lot of the other messengers out there is that we're built for external communication. So we say the easy part of Plot is sending a message. The hard part is making the connection in the first place, and that's where we really built out a lot of our feature sets.
How did you know this was a problem?
I've lived it when I was a contractor and in my family concrete company. I felt it all the time. My foremen out in the field were having communication that me back at the office had no insight into. And if they were sending messages or in a meeting, they would have to step away from that communication and come have a conversation with me because I wasn't looped into that.
Explain how Koch is involved with Plot.
Koch has been phenomenal in their resources, and I feel like anytime I get on a call and I have a Koch person on the call, either talking with them or they're sitting riding shotgun with me and an external party, I just feel like I have so much backup. I feel like I have so much support because it's not only the quantity of support, but it's just quality. We have an amazing resource in our Koch personnel that are our partners.
What's next for Plot?
So Plot is rolling out with our first customers. We're partnering with a couple of different contractors here on WSU campus and Donlinger Construction, working with them to identify what the application is good at, what we need to adjust, and just making it as meaningfully impactful as possible. It's phenomenal to be able to build this in Wichita.
Sometimes the best way to invest in the community is by investing in the people committed to changing it for the better. When we return from the break, we'll meet another Wichitan who is helping minority entrepreneurs turn their dreams into actionable business plans. More on that in just a few moments. Welcome back to The Picture. Beyond technology, Koch invests in entrepreneurs of all backgrounds who have transformative ideas or businesses that can benefit the community. Entrepreneurs like Christina Long. She built her nonprofit, Create campaign, from grassroots into a thriving resource for minority business owners in Wichita. Here's how Christina is working to break down barriers locally through the power of entrepreneurship. When Christina Long was introduced to Koch Industries years back, she was already well on her way to developing her nonprofit called Create campaign.
I got to learn a little bit more about Koch's vision and philosophy and practice when I was able to interview Chase Koch for Startup Grind, and being able to hear him articulate, again, the purpose and the power behind Koch's vision on market-based principles and things of that nature. It definitely does align with some of the things that we are working to empower our entrepreneurs with.
That work Christina speaks of is helping local minority business owners and entrepreneurs launch, innovate, and grow their businesses through Create campaign.
As an African American, we did not necessarily talk about entrepreneurship in our community growing up. We were always told, go to school, get a good job, be a great employee. But in doing that, we missed the lesson of entrepreneurship. And when you're able to create something that is yours, something that you can stand upon, something that is an asset that continues to build wealth, there is an opportunity to impact your future generations. There's missed opportunities when we don't fully recognize the value and the impact that entrepreneurship can have in our community. That missed opportunity is what not only it can do for us right now, but what it can do for our children and our children's children. That's the legacy building, that's the wealth building.
For Christina, building up the community is as important as building up businesses, and Koch has been able to help Christina in her mission.
Koch Industries has been an incredible partner. We're doing exterior home and property improvement projects, and we're having minority entrepreneurs who are contractors being able to work those projects. And when Koch found out that our funding that we thought we had, the levels that we thought we had, didn't necessarily pan out because of COVID and our funders' redirection in funding, Koch helped to supplement that work so that more homeowners will be able to receive home improvement repairs done at no cost to them.
And the work continues. Christina speaks of her local success stories with great pride, but understands there's so much more opportunity here in Wichita.
We've got food entrepreneurs, we've got hairstylists and barbers, we've got makeup artists. When I look at all the industries we've been able to touch just through Create Campaign, it lets me know we've got a lot more work to do, but my goodness, what we're doing applies across so many different types of entrepreneurs and experiences, and that's exciting. To me, being able to watch the growth and development of these businesses is validation.
After the break, a walk down memory lane as we revisit past episodes of The Picture to take a broader look at the many different ways Koch investments have had a transformative impact on Wichita. That's next. From the very first episode of The Picture, we've highlighted the different ways Koch has invested in making the future of Wichita brighter for everyone. As our series wraps up, let's take a quick look back at how some of these investments in our hometown continue to create opportunities for people to prosper. Through the lens of The Picture, we've seen how alternative pathways can accelerate opportunities for Wichitans looking to start a new career.
We talk a lot about transformation, right? It's in our Koch Industries vision, it's in our guiding principles. I think the Catalyte program is helping us think about talent differently.
I was looking for a change because I knew that I wanted to be challenged, and I had a potential there that hadn't been met yet, and I wanted to find somewhere that offered versatility but also a lot of intellectual challenges. And so when I saw this, I knew that it was probably the right choice for me.
We witnessed reinvigoration in Wichita's North End through the rise of community resources like Empower Evergreen.
In 5-10 years, we really want to see this would be a strong ecosystem of businesses and family residents that are staying here and building their wealth in the community and really being part of this neighborhood to make sure it has its chance and comes back strong.
We're hoping that it contributes to a better and stronger Wichita, that Empower Evergreen becomes the model for other communities.
Through Richard's story, we brought the transformative power of second chances into focus.
For my second chance that Koch gave me, it's getting to just restart my life and actually have a future and be happy and also contribute to society and not be a drain.
I think people build the stereotype that once people are in the system, so to speak, that they can't get out, and look at what he's done. He's done that.
If you can give suitable employment with sustainable wages to an individual that's returning to society, the likelihood of the recidivism goes down tremendously. It saves the community money. Secondarily, it makes the community safer.
And we learned how Koch continues to remove barriers through advocacy and expungement drives.
And Koch had done a lot of work on criminal justice reform, but it was all in DC. And there was a number of us lawyers who wanted to do something that was supportive of that and consistent, but to do it in our hometown.
So our drive helped individuals clear their records and allow them the opportunity to do things maybe they hadn't had the opportunity to do before.
To hear folks talk about that and how you've impacted their lives in just a small way is pretty profound.
We hit the gym to highlight the local support for individuals dealing with substance abuse issues.
I didn't think that I'd be able to accomplish all the things I did until people believed in me. And now I get to share that belief with new folks coming in.
I walk in these doors and I know that I'm home, you know. It just feels good. it's a safe place. Like, it's not like any other gym that you walk into.
Knowing that there's another option in the community for others who are struggling was really important to me to be a part of.
And we watched Botanica bloom and Mark Arts open its doors to the community.
Our first garden that we added was a children's garden, and that garden was the catalyst that changed this organization and this garden into be one of the #1 attractions in Kansas. When you walk under that rainbow, you become a kid again.
I just can't imagine a world without art. It's everywhere. It's in the streets, it's in the museums. It's just another piece of our community that we hope at Koch makes our community even more desirable.
Thank you for welcoming us into your homes with the picture. We've enjoyed sharing the work we're doing here in Wichita, and we hope it's given you a better perspective of the positive stories happening right here in our community. Have a good one.